Mmm. Welcome, welcome. Episode 32 of The Nooner. Coming at you live. I am your host, David Bradley. We got a good one today. It's going to be juicy. Footballers restreamed it. Thank you, footballers. Narshar Ting, I can't pronounce it, I apologize, but Narshar Ting Inc., that's what I said right. Thank you for the follow and the restream and the favor. My pleasure. Appreciate you guys being here. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 pages of notes for you guys today, so hang on to them hats and glasses. This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Get that volume down a little bit here. Get that volume down a little bit here. All right, Bill, thank you again for being here. Appreciate the restream, and thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody's support. Welcome, welcome. This is The Nooner. My name is David Bradley. I am your host of The Nooner. We're every day at 12 o'clock noon, Pacific Standard Time. I'm popping in here for a couple minutes. I'm going to drop a noontime nugget about sales, business, or life. And today, I got 4 nuggets for you. We're going to be talking about social media secrets. So let me just take a moment and introduce myself to you. My name is David Bradley. I'm a sales and marketing manager with Grant Cardone. Got started with Grant in March of 2011. I've been following his materials since 2003. I went from barely surviving in sales to thriving in it. And in 2011, I got an opportunity to give people what I didn't get when I first got started. And that, to me, is an honor and a privilege. Proud to be here. Proud to be a part of this team as this company grows. As you know, Grant is growing by leaps and bounds. We do that every single day, and we're expanding out into the marketplace. Those of you that just tuned in, thank you for being here. So that's me. A couple other things about me is I'm the author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, could not figure it out. Wanted to quit, couldn't, tried everything. But then finally, something snapped, and I figured it out. I found a way to stop without quitting. So check out my website, stopdon'tquit.com, for a little bit more on that. If you or anybody you know is having a hard time kicking the habit, get a copy of that book and share it with them. Share it with yourself. You deserve it. You can be smoke-free. You can get back into the non-smoking section again. You decided to start. I'll show you how to decide to stop. The other thing about me is I'm the founder of a hashtag called Richmans Gym. This is a hashtag. It's about home-based strength and conditioning for body, mind, and spirit. This will be a book very, very soon. Mark my words. It's in progress. It's my Saturday project. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at social media secrets. Where are we right now? What are we doing? We are engaging in a form of social media. Marco Bernini showed up. Thank you for being here and welcome. We're talking about social media secrets. There's 4 of them, and the thing about these secrets, it's very interesting, is that they're hiding in plain sight. They're like right there in front of you, and you may not even notice them. So if you are a small business, or if you are a large business, or if you're an independent entrepreneur, thank you for the restream, Marco. If you're an independent entrepreneur, these social media secrets will get you to a completely different level with your engagement in your social marketing. So they're simple, first of all, and this is based on this book. Sell or be sold. How to get your way in business and in life. There are strategies in here that you don't even know that if you apply them to social, big things happen. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And so if you are an entrepreneur and you're starting to think about, well, wait a minute, I'm not a salesperson. I have a business. If you're using social media in any way, shape, or form to promote your business, essentially, what I hope, if you take nothing away from this stream, that I want you to realize that you're in sales. Make sense? So, you know, if you're using social media to promote a business, a product, a service, to a degree, and a big degree if you ask me, but to a degree, you got to recognize first and foremost, hey, I'm in sales. Beyond Business, thank you for the like, appreciate you being here. D-Trucking, thank you for the restream, appreciate you being here. Your activity on social media is doing a few things. It's either selling people on why they made a good idea, made a good decision to engage in your page, engage with you, or why they may need to go somewhere else. They're making decisions on whether or not they want to continue to do business with you. They're looking at how you post, how you interact. I mean, you're telling people if you're modern or not, right? If you're with it. It's 2015, you know. What are you doing on your Facebook page anyway? How are you engaging with your clients? This is where people that haven't done business with you yet actually may or may not make a decision as to whether or not they do business with you. Make sense? So the strategies I'm going to give you, when you use them correctly, it can be the very tipping point between your business being here and like, right? I just went on Meerkat. All right, so let's take a look at what Grant Cardone has to say about social media. Okay, 4 tips that you can use to blow your business up. They're hiding in plain sight. They're right out of this book, Sell or Be Sold, How to Get Your Way in Business and in Life. If you haven't read it, you're missing out. Number 1, we sort of talked about this yesterday for those of you that were on the Nooner yesterday. Number 1, service is senior. Service will always be senior to selling. So in Sell or Be Sold, that's one of the first things Grant talks about, is to make service senior to selling. So the same thing applies when we're looking at social media. So your presence on social media platforms should be a few things. You want to inform people. You want to inspire people. You want to entertain them. You want to enlighten them a little bit. And you want to engage with your clients and your prospects. So you want to approach, we talked about this yesterday too, you want to approach social selling with service in your heart, about literally how can I use this medium to get my brand out and to help somebody. When you post something, ask yourself, how can I help people with this piece of information or this particular post? Marco Bernini says service is senior to selling, hashtag the Nooner. Okay, so now don't get me wrong. Okay, now if you're having a sale or a promotion or you're doing an event, share it. But that shouldn't be all you're doing. Follow? It shouldn't just be big sale, big sale, big sale, big sale, buy from me, buy from me. If you know anybody in the market, send them my way. Big sale, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me, send me people. Okay? So, you tracking? Does that make sense? You want to be putting up engaging posts about your company, about your brand, about other products, about other services, about news events that can somehow correlate back to what you're doing. Right? Information. Inform, inspire, enlighten. Okay? So your activity on social should very much be about making service senior to selling and serving your clients, existing client base. Think with that too. What am I putting out there that can help my existing clients? How to use my product better, right? How to take full advantage of this feature, right? So you want to have people's best interest in mind when you're doing it, and the golden rule totally applies here. Meaning, you already know, you should know this already. Like, what do I want to see from a vendor or a company on social? What do I want them to share with me? What do I need to know? So if you take that and then back into it, you'll start seeing some success. So make service senior to selling. Grant says in Sell or Be Sold that selling is about giving, not getting. Servicing, not selling. Follow? Okay. So use your gut on this one. You know what the right things to post are already. It's in there, right? How do I want to be marketed to on social? Just think with that and then apply. Okay. So that's number 1, service is senior to selling. Number 2 follows this perfectly. It's give, give, give. So it's incongruence with service to senior. It's give, give, give. Grant says in Sell or Be Sold, give, give, give is the assurance of sales, sales, sales. So if you're marketing your business on social, make sure you're giving a lot. Think about this for a second. This means you want to share information, you want to write blogs, you want to do article posts that literally help and produce, that help somebody produce a result all on its own. So if you take what Grant does on social and you take a really hard look at what he's up to over there, check this out. Grant's got a weekly strategy that he blogs out. He writes this thing, does it once a week, he writes it himself, and it's full of either a tip, piece of advice, a little nugget, a closing technique, a strategy, something that you can literally use if you just apply that one technique to expand your business, to develop as a salesperson. He's not charging for it. Free. Okay? this free flow of information, what does it do for Grant? Gets him attention. And a lot of it. Okay? Which ultimately leads to what? Sales, sales, sales. Remember, give, give, give means sales, sales, sales. Okay? So if you take a look at Grant's YouTube page, chock-a-block full of helpful stuff. His Facebook page, his Twitter account, Periscopes that he's doing, his meerkats, they are unbelievable, and he doesn't make a dime off of it, technically. He's not paid to go on a meerkat. He's not paid to do a Periscope. He's not paid to write a blog. But does he get paid? Yeah. Okay. So think with that. Okay. So he's writing for Huffington Post, Entrepreneur, Forbes. He's Medium, LinkedIn. He's posting everywhere. Doesn't make a dime from it. But is he getting paid? Yeah. Right? So keep in mind, this is the spirit of giving, though. It's not just about getting. Okay? Grant has a mission to help everybody. Wants to touch the entire planet. Like Steve Jobs. Bing! Right to the universe. Okay? So, what are you giving in your social media activity? Okay? So, Grant has, and you should as well, and we talked again about this yesterday, literally has service in his heart. How can I help more people? It's literally that's what he's pushing for. Okay? That's what we all do in this company. We're literally looking out for how do we help more people. Okay? It's not about quid pro quo. That's a consequence. Does that make sense? It's a consequence of the behavior. Okay? So I'm going to quote another buddy of mine, Bob Berg, who says in his book, The Go-Giver, he says, your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's needs first. Okay, so you bring that to your social strategy. Remember, give, give, give. Okay, so that's number 2. So what do we have? Number 1, service a senior. Number 2, give, give, give. Okay, number 3, massive action. Okay, Grant wrote a whole chapter on that in Sell or Be Sold, but he then said, well, hey, this is such an important topic, I'm just going to do a whole book on it. Okay, and he called that the 10X rule. Think about this for a second. So, how much noise is on social media? Like, how much just noise? How much is going on out there in social? Right now we're on Meerkat. Meerkat's connected to Twitter. Then there's Periscope. Okay, we haven't even touched Google+, Facebook, Tumblr. How much noise is out there? Check this out. How many times have you asked somebody, hey, did you see my post? And they missed it. Just because you post something at 9 a.m. does not mean somebody's going to see it at 2 p.m. Follow? You got to post, and you got to post a lot. Follow Grant on Twitter. Subscribe to his updates. You want to see somebody that posts a lot on Twitter. Okay? He blows it up. Okay? He's the #1 guy on Meerkat. Why? He blows it up. Okay? So there's over 58 million tweets a day. That's right, 58 million. Okay? So if you think that tweeting once or twice a day or posting once or twice a day on Facebook, you're just going to blend in with all the noise. No one's going to hear you. Okay? Just saw some people pop in. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So let me just repeat that question. How much noise is on social media right now? Okay? Because between requests from your friends for the latest time-wasting game or notifications of what celebrity did what stupid thing, okay, or the one comment that somebody made that now suddenly everybody thinks is racist, right? How much noise is out there? This is distracting your clients. This is distracting your followers. They have no clue what's going on. So you need to be in front of that. And that's another reason why Grant Cardone TV exists, to rise above the noise. Whatever it takes, nation, right? Rise above the noise. There's so much negativity out there. So make sure that you're posting frequently and often so that you can rise above the noise and people can hear you. Okay? Now, how do you do this? How do you shout above the noise? Is number 1, you got to make sure that it's relevant and engaging. Okay? Or otherwise you're part of the noise. Follow? Okay? So But you got to do it, and you got to do it often, and that's the rule. You got to take massive amounts of action on social media, okay? And if you're not getting the results you're after on social media, there's a pretty good chance you're just not doing enough. Okay? And you're better off having people tell you to turn it down, right, a notch, than, I didn't see that. What would you rather have? One person complaining that you're posting too much, or 20 people saying, I didn't see that. Okay? So just keep in mind, that one guy that complains, that criticism, it's a sign of success. It means you're moving in the right direction. When people told Grant to bring down, he used to send out a monthly strategy, people said you're doing it too much. You know what he did? He doubled up. He started doing it twice a month, and then once a week. There you go. That'll teach you. Tell me I'm doing too much. Check this out, right? So look, he says it right here in the 10X rule. Criticism is a sign of success. Okay, and you find me one successful person who hasn't been criticized and who hasn't taken large amounts of action. You want to expand your company, you want to expand your brand, take large amounts of action. And that includes your activity on social. Okay, so what do we got? Service a senior, give, massive action. Number 4, problems or opportunities. Okay, so we're going to transition very nicely. We just talked about criticism. Okay, now we're on social. Problems or opportunities. When you get heat on social media, so you got a company and somebody hits on your Facebook page and blows you up, like you guys did this, you did that, you suck. That's an opportunity. It's not a problem. Okay? This is an opportunity to serve. This is an opportunity to show the world what you're made of and build your brand and push your marketing message out into the world. A problem on social is an opportunity. It's a big one. And when you see it, when you see the complaint on Yelp, if you see the complaint on your Facebook page, I want you to smile, I want you to raise your hand, and I want you to go, woohoo! Because it's an opportunity, okay? So criticism, as I said, it's a sign of success. You cannot get there. Grant talks about this, right? You cannot get there without it. You got to get attention, criticism, a few haters will show up, and then you get the admiration. Those things have to happen. Okay, so go out there and get some criticism and then use it as an opportunity to show you what you're made of. Okay, if you're getting a complaint or two on social, it's a good thing. It gives you the ability to make service senior, to give, and to take a large amount of action to handle the problem for the client. And you get to do that in front of cyberspace. That's a good thing. Okay, so now if you ignore negative feedback on your social, what is that telling the world about you and your business? Because it's not going to go away. If you ignore the negative feedback on your social, it shows the people that are looking at it, that you're going to ignore them as a client. JCPenney. What? Sorry. But I'm not bitter. So ignoring it and hoping it going away sends the exact same message to your customer. If you have a problem with me, I'm going to ignore it and hope you go away. Clearly not the best business practice. Does that make sense? Okay. So you want to address it head on, and by doing that, it sends another message to everybody else that's observing, which is, hey, this guy's on point. He sees a problem. Look, we're all human. We all screw up. It's coming. It happens. We all do it. Okay? But how you handle it is going to be more important than the actual mistake itself. Does that make sense? Is Ken Walls here? My man. Hey, Ken. How are you? Thank you for being a part of the Nooner today. Good to see you. Okay? So perception is probably the most important thing with your clients. Wouldn't you agree? So you want to make sure that you're leaving a good impression on your client base through your social. Okay? So you're going to zig when you're supposed to zag. It's going to happen. Handle it correctly. Okay, so what do we got? Make service senior, give, massive action, problems or opportunities. Here's your bonus round, and then I'm out. Okay. Speaking of perception, your customer's perception of you and your company and your product is in direct proportion to your attitude. Sorry, hate to break it to you. You've got to have a good attitude when you're posting on social, right? If you're smiling when you're on the phone, people hear it, okay? So when you're going in to social and you're posting on Facebook, man, you better be in a good spirit. You better be in a good mood. I promise you it translates. People can read it, okay? Thank you for the restream, Laura. Okay? So that's the FYI. That's the cherry on top. That's the capper here. Okay? Your attitude is going to have the greatest impact overall on how you approach social, about how you approach those problems, about how you approach taking massive levels of action, about how much you're giving, and about how truly you're placing service over service senior to selling. Does that make sense? Okay? So how you decide to view social, how you're interacting with people, that is going to make the big difference between success and failure. So, what did you hear from me today? What's your takeaway? Of the 4, which one made the most sense? Send me a tweet at me, at David R. Bradley. Would love to get your feedback on that. Okay, what'd you get out of this today? Which one of these could you be doing more of? More service? Are you giving enough? Are you taking the right amount of action? Are you treating the problems out there as opportunities? Which one of those do you know you could be doing more of? Is it all the above? Is your attitude shot? Think with that. Send me a tweet. Would love to hear from you. You can email me, david@grantcardone.com. What else? Reruns. If you missed this, they all made sense. Thank you, Bill. If you missed this, if you're just joining in and you want to catch it from the beginning, in a couple hours, you can hit us up on youtube.com/Cardone Solutions. There's a playlist there called The Nooner, and there also you can see all 31 episodes leading up to today. Okay? So tomorrow, though, here's what I'd like. I'd like suggestions from the Twitter sphere. Hey, yeah, Ken. Look, you just got here. Welcome. Thank you for enjoying my enthusiasm. How could I not recognize you, my brother? Okay. So, what would you like to hear from me tomorrow? It's in your hands. Send a tweet out with a topic suggestion for me tomorrow. I got a backup plan if I don't hear from anybody, but I'm expecting to hear from one of you. At David R. Bradley. That's my Twitter handle. Let me know what you want to hear about tomorrow on the Nooner, and I'm going to do it. Thank you very much for being here. Ken, again, good to see you. Who else? Let me get some shout-outs to some new faces here. Mateo, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Who else? Cuba Que Pasa. Cuba Que Pasa. Love that, man. And is that tie-dye? You got a great little avatar right there. It looks pretty cool. So thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the rest of you, Ken wants taffy. Okay. Tell me where to send the taffy. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Thank you for the follow, Cuba Que Pasa. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic, again, it's up to you. This has been the Nooner. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to send us out with some music. You want to go out with some music? I want to go out with some music. See you guys tomorrow.